Hello, good morning, friends, loyal audience. So first, an apology. I kept saying Dunham, Dunham. Turns out to be Dunford. Sorry about that, man. I accused you of being like a ham eater. That's not the subject. The subject now is the Strait of Taiwan. Uh, don't panic, folks. Don't panic. It's gonna heat up more. Uh, you can't expect yourself to do something right like this, right? And then not see a reaction. I'm going to explain to you what this is about Taiwan and whatnot. This is a, this is a large scale uh, movement, underground movement. Uh, it's been taking place for a while, including the January 6th, including the Ukraine invasion, including Iran's takeover, superficial, supposedly takeover of the Middle East. And there's that comprehensive movement. And the United States is being pressed against a corner, like being pressed down and slowly but surely, like being cornered here and there. Somebody out there, like whoever it is, or them, right, trying to basically crush the United States altogether. Why? Well, they took everything from the United States and gave it to China and gave it to Iran and Russia and here and there. So the transfer of the sum or the substance of the United States from the United States to those other countries, it's pretty obvious. No, don't even argue it. But now don't panic. If you panic, you will cause a lot of damage. So it's going to heat up more, and you already hear them crowing and barking. Like, for example, this guy Abbas, president of Palestine. Oh man, if the Sunni Palestinians knew about him what I know about him, right? Now, guess what? He's come unglued and he's showing himself, he's showing his true nature and true attitude where he stands. What does he care about China and the United States and sovereignty? Fuck, his sovereignty was violated by the Syrian regime. They murdered thousands of Palestinians in that camp in Damascus not too long ago, and he was just like freaking silent, right? But others too, they're showing alarm that the United States is no longer backing down slowly but surely as they were pushing it backing down slowly and surely. They're trying to avoid the scenario of JFK, rest in peace, because after him, he basically maintained the United States what it is. Had he not done that, the United States would be some kind of a third world country or something like that, as much as I hate to use that term. Don't panic, folks. Stay cool, maintain your nature, and then handle the situation as it comes. I assure you, uh, you can expect China to like fly those big old jets over the Strait of Taiwan. North Korea did the same thing, right? They tested nuclear and so on and so forth. Take it easy, stay cool, and stay calm, and stay focused. The United States has been gradually, slowly but surely being backed into a corner. Its total sum of technology, of patents, of knowledge, of manufacturing, of markets abroad, and has been gradually being shrinking intentionally over the years, over the decades, and now what you did is just stand up for, and you been backing down little by little. The United States have been backing down little by little. Americans don't realize that, but that's what's happening, right? And now they got hit twice already, big time, twice, big time. One is in January 6th. January 6th, in case you don't know what January 6th is, January 6th was nothing short of a military coup that was going to bring Lenin and Stalin, the two brothers, and Putin into your country. First thing they will have done is shear off the constitutions and rule by decree, right? Or decree. And then you would see bloodletting happening. And guess who's going to suffer the most? Those very same people who brought Trump into power, So they faltered there, and I can sense it. Their anger they were fuming because that was a step on historic level, on historic proportion, like It's a history making, and it faltered. Can you imagine them having been in the planning for a long time? And notice how much Trump violated the constitutions, and even on the airplane, he admitted that he perjured himself and so on, and nobody said shit about him, right? It's like they do what they do scot free. And then comes Ukraine, because now they were going to proceed with Europe anyway. And make no mistake, that leg of Israel, Pustalini, was going to take over Europe, and you will have seen Germanics and Scandinavians being subjected to horrific treatment. Or the tundra or Siberia will have will have seen its ice turn into red again. Will revive again. You don't know those people, folks. You don't know those people. So the United States is being backed into corner. They faltered here, they faltered there, and now, this is a big deal, because now you're standing up for them, in Taiwan and so on and so forth. Look, don't panic. They're gonna posture around. They're gonna make all kind of statements, and at the end, they will. It could be resolved. Worst case scenario. Don't back down and don't panic. Remember, panicking now is a problem. Hesitating, vacillating, shiri-shari is a problem now. What you declared should be done, right? Now, that said, at the same time, don't go about, well, I don't need to preach to the choir. I think you know that already. Don't go about like stirring up trouble, allow things to flow through and so on, but don't falter on showing resolve. Don't falter on showing resolve. Take it easy, move slow, and review that Kennedy handling of the situation in 1961 in the Bay of Pigs. You may think this is just a visit by Pelosi. Folks, this is big. If they prevent you from landing Pelosi in Taiwan, this is far worse than the Bay of Pigs. China will have the handle on you from here on, no matter what, and they will not care an iota how you feel and what you say afterwards. And they will move in areas that are independent, that are historically independent, with impunity. And if you come now, they will fire at you, because they know if you flinch in your position now, in your stand now, you will flinch in battle too. Take it easy. Don't panic. Relax. Handle things the way they should be handled. Don't provoke a situation, but don't waver on resolve, and don't flinch. Okay. So that's that, folks. I have to go back to work. And hey, Dan Ford, sorry about that, man. Dan, I called you ham yesterday. Ham eater. Anyways, have a nice day, my friends. And remember, the United States is now standing on edge, right? And China is about to. And this didn't happen coincidentally. Trust me. That position of China didn't just happen overnight. Something was brewing, was in the works, right? Like now, United States is standing on edge, and China and its allies like Iran, Russia, and above them that Israel, they're gonna give you a push, and that's it. Do I hope for these things to happen? No. But at the same time, I think about the world to come. If those guys, the Chinese regime, the Russia regime, the Iran regime, takes over the world, right? You know what's going to be like? I swear by Allah, it's going to be something like that 1984 and Huxley and W.E. by Zamyatin, who's a Russian author. I cannot emphasize, like the world they're driving. They're pushing the world to, and the state, and it's not. See Iran in the Middle East, folks, how they're eliminating their. You don't hear much about that, but these guys are murdering children, and you have been taught in your false history about Arabs being bad and so on. No, that's not true, folks. That is not true. All your information about that history is fabricated, distorted. You were made to hate those people, and now look at Iranians coming in and basically, I mean, they're ruthless. They're murdering civilians and Russia and so. What do you think they're gonna do to other nations? That's what I do not accept, folks. The history is not what they say it is, and their intentions are evil. Relax, man, dudes, Joe, whoever, relax, man. No, just take it easy. Don't overplay it and don't provoke a problem. But resolve and 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 uh, and and positive attitude prevails now. Don't flinch, folks. If you flinch now, it's like just like you giving up at the end after a while. You understand what I'm saying? Next episode, I guarantee you, next episode will be something like Senkaku Daiyu Island of Japan. What are you going to do then? You're going to fight them then? I remember. Now, here's my point. I'm clearing. Obama, who's now resurrected, cryogenic resurrected in the White House by Harris, right? Kamala, right? He's in there. He's in there. So is Trump, right? Remember, he flinched and he acquiesced on Crimea and eastern Ukraine. I didn't do shit. He went to China and bowed down to the Chinese regime. Do you remember that Chinese premier? He got out of the airplane. And another one, they made him come out on the tarmac from the airplane itself. They didn't even provide him accommodations or something. That guy was like, don't ever think that was accidental or the guy is dumb or anything like that. No. So United States is being pushed into a corner, being like everything that United States owned, and then everything everywhere where the United States has influence is being shrunk systematically and not accidentally and not because American people are failing. No. This is a plot. This is a conspiracy that has been taking place for decades. And it really started a long time ago. However, it commenced truly after the murder of JFK and Robert, his brother Robert. Rest in peace, man. Don't panic, folks. You're defending your standing in the United States. And don't doubt that those facts will not convince a nuclear war, because they will perish with it as well. Have a nice day, my friend. And look, America, like it or not, is doing good. You survived the January 6th communist revolution in America. And then in Ukraine, Europeans are doing good too. Like Ukraine pulled America, right? And now this is happening. This is no less important than the January 6th and Bay of Pigs and Ukraine. Don't flinch, folks, but don't panic. Take it easy and do what you have to do smoothly. Like in the neighborhood, they used to go, "Sup, slick?" Hey, slick. Have a nice day, my friends. And sorry, Danforth, I called you Dana. Game is on, man. Now, notice, China, notice this. I told you yesterday, China will not take on to a lethal military like that of the United States. Notice, from the get-go, they're talking nuclear, right? Why? Because they have that belief in their mind that conventionally they cannot stand up to the United States. Any true battles, it'll be a turkey shoot, whether it's hardware, seaborne or airborne or amphibian or underwater or what it is. They know that. That's why they are not hinting at just the conventional war. From the get-go, they start talking about the nuclear war. Really? Have a nice day, my friends. Stay put, stay calm, don't flinch. Things will go all right.